What began as a glittering charity event hosted by W Korea, meant to be a beacon of hope and support, quickly spiraled into a firestorm of criticism. Both the organizers and the star-studded lineup of celebrities found themselves under intense scrutiny, with a growing chorus of voices accusing them of turning a serious cause into a shallow party. Amid the backlash, it's worth exploring the heart of the controversy. How much of the outrage was truly justified, and where did this well-intentioned evening go so horribly wrong? Blue Korea recently held its annual Love Your W charity event at the Four Seasons Hotel in Gwanghwamun on October 15th, marking another year of its campaign for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Launched in 2006, the event has a noble stated purpose to raise funds that help women from low-income backgrounds afford crucial medical checkups and treatments. Beyond its important cause, the gala is renowned for drawing an impressive constellation of stars. This year was no exception, as the red carpet welcomed a who's who of the Korean entertainment industry. K-pop powerhouses like BTS's RM, J-Hope and aespa, IVE's Yujin, Wonyoung and Ray, and Stray Kids' Bang Chan and Seungmin mingled with top-tier actors and artists like Lee Min-ho, Jun-ho, Hwasa, J Park and Jung-hae-in. On paper, the evening was poised to be one of the year's most impactful and glamorous charity gatherings, shining a powerful spotlight on breast cancer awareness. However, as photos and videos from the night began circulating online, the initial excitement from fans gave way to confusion and then to outright anger. The first sign that something was amiss was the event's complete lack of visual identity. Most people, judging by the online content, assumed it was simply a lavish party celebrating W Korea's 20th anniversary. There were no pink ribbons, no themed decorations, and no clear symbols to indicate that the gathering was dedicated to raising awareness for breast cancer. Instead of the hopeful pink typically associated with the cause, almost every guest was dressed in black, creating a somber, funereal atmosphere that left viewers wondering what they were even looking at. This visual disconnect was the first crack in the event's facade. The magazine's own social media posts only deepened the confusion. Instead of highlighting the campaign's mission or sharing information about breast cancer, their feeds were flooded with clips of celebrities drinking, dancing, and mingling in a carefree, club-like atmosphere. It's no surprise that the public was left bewildered about the event's true purpose. This festive mood became a focal point of criticism, with many pointing out how jarring and tone-deaf it was to serve alcohol at a gathering meant to support breast cancer patients. Given the well-documented link between alcohol consumption and an increased risk of the disease, the sight of attendees enjoying cocktails felt deeply inappropriate. The contrast between the celebratory vibe and the gravity of the cause was stark. As one netizen eloquently put it, patients are going bankrupt and dying because new life-saving drugs aren't covered by insurance. Meanwhile, these celebrities are raising awareness while reeking of alcohol and scanning the room for their next drink. Even the red carpet interviews felt like a series of missed opportunities to engage with the topic at hand. Out of all the clips shared from the event, only a single one briefly touched upon the real reason for the gathering. The rest of the questions were bafflingly irrelevant. Reporters asked the members of BTS about their plans for the year. Other celebrities were asked to share their favorite memories from when they were 20, a nod to the campaign's 20th anniversary but a complete detour from its cause. In one particularly strange exchange, actresses Krystal and Jeon Yeo-been were asked how often they look at themselves in the mirror, while comedian Jun-ho was questioned about his marriage plans. It was a parade of trivialities at an event that was supposed to be about something profound. Perhaps no moment captured the event's disconnect more vividly than a clip posted to the magazine's official TikTok account. It featured aespa's Karina participating in the viral "Sugar on My Tongue" trend, a playful, flirty challenge that felt utterly out of place. The video sparked immediate and intense backlash, with many critics arguing that such a light-hearted trend was wildly inappropriate for an event dedicated to a life-threatening illness. This one clip crystallized a larger problem. The entire evening seemed to have missed the point. Instead of organizing meaningful activities like an awareness walk, educational sessions, or talks from survivors, W Korea filled the night with TikTok challenges and celebrity photo ops. There were no speeches, no heartfelt messages for those battling the disease, and no acknowledgement of the survivors whose strength should have been at the center of the evening. It felt less like a charity gala and more like a glamorous, self-congratulatory party for the elite. On top of everything else, the guest list itself drew criticism. Observers noted the conspicuous absence of patients, survivors, or medical experts who could have shared their stories and given the event a much-needed dose of reality. If any were present, they were given no visibility, leaving people to question who the event was truly for. However, what truly tipped public opinion over the edge were the musical performances. With so many artists in attendance, it was natural to expect some of them to take the stage. But the choices were, to put it mildly, disastrous. J Park performed his hit song Mommae, a club anthem known for its overtly suggestive and objectifying lyrics. While the track might be a crowd pleaser at a concert, at an event for breast cancer awareness, it was shockingly out of place. Listeners were quick to call out the performance as deeply inappropriate for the occasion. Following him was the rookie group All H Hours, whose performance sparked even greater outrage. During their set, the screen behind them displayed a provocative image from a magazine photo shoot featuring a woman lifting her skirt to reveal her underwear. Viewers were horrified by the visual, finding it completely unsuitable for any public event, let alone one claiming to support and empower women. But the most shocking revelation was yet to come. One might assume that even if the event was tone deaf, its saving grace would be the massive funds it raised for the cause. That hope was quickly shattered. According to W Korea's own website, the Love Your W campaign has raised a total of 1.1 billion Korean won, approximately $774,000, for medical checkups and treatment support. While that sounds like a respectable figure, the fine print revealed the devastating truth. That amount was not raised in a single year, but over the entire two-decade history of the campaign. This breaks down to an average of just $38,700 per year, an amount that many of the celebrity guests could likely earn or spend in a single afternoon. To make matters worse, it became apparent that most of this money wasn't coming from the wealthy attendees or the magazine itself, but from corporate sponsors. This suggested that brands were essentially paying for their ambassadors to attend, wear their designs, and be seen, effectively turning a charity gala into a glorified fashion showcase. The bitter irony was not lost on the public. Many pointed out that the combined cost of styling, dressing, and accessorizing the guests for this one night likely dwarfed the total donations collected over 20 years. This realization made the entire campaign feel hollow and performative. Netizens relentlessly mocked the absurdity of it all. "This is just another networking event for rich people disguised as a gala," one comment read. Another scathingly added, "A party full of rich famous people and not one of them took a penny out of their pocket to donate. They only went to show off, socialize, and drink." As the backlash intensified, some of the celebrities involved felt the pressure to respond. The first to speak out was Jay Park. He took to Instagram to explain that he had performed during the after-party and therefore treated it like a regular show. He apologized to anyone who felt uncomfortable, especially those personally affected by the cause, and noted that he had performed for free despite being injured. However, his explanation only fanned the flames. While some fans defended him and blamed the organizers, many criticized his statement, arguing that mentioning he performed for free came across as self-serving rather than genuinely apologetic. Others pointed out that the song choice was inappropriate regardless of payment. In fact, as one commenter noted, if he had performed a song like that for money, it would have been even more indefensible. With criticism reaching a fever pitch, all eyes turned to W Korea for a response. What came next was a short, dismissive statement to the media outlet OSEN that poured gasoline on the fire. They had no comment to make. This refusal to engage or apologize fueled even more public anger, with many interpreting it as a sign of arrogance. People began to speculate that the magazine would only issue an apology if major brands started pulling their sponsorships. The no comment also caused a significant shift in public opinion. The blame which had been spread among the attendees now began to consolidate squarely on the organizers. After all, W Korea was responsible for the dress codes, the interview questions, the performer lineup, the background visuals, and the overall tone of the event. In the aftermath, many have concluded that the event was never truly a charity fundraiser at its core. If this was only about charity, a non-profit organization would be hosting it, not a fashion magazine, one user wrote. Even so, critics argued it could have been executed with far more sensitivity. Suggestions poured in. Guests should have been required to make a donation to attend, and the event should have been live-streamed to allow the public to contribute. A prevailing theory is that the awareness label was used loosely to generate positive publicity without the financial responsibilities of a proper fundraiser. Others speculated that stars might feel pressured to attend, fearing that skipping the event could cost them a chance to be featured in the influential magazine. Whatever the truth may be, the public is now calling for the attendees to step up. Many believe the only way to salvage this situation is for the celebrities involved to make significant public donations to breast cancer charities, proving that their support for the cause is more than just an accessory for a night out.